greatness in a sea of the dying and shameless. So a sea of the aimless. I don't wanna be one of the nameless. I'm a raincoat with the plastic.
Whew, where's the fire? Actually, I know where the fire is. I saw it on the way in. Looks like they were doing a controlled burn. Maybe it's gotten a little out of hand. Wallet's in my pocket. I don't need that there. Look at those full saddlebags. Turn down my music a bit. Don't get that loud. So you might be wondering, what the heck am I doing down here? Well, if I have full saddlebags, I was planning on going to the gym, and I had this nice plan of how I was going to do it, right? So, I was going to skip taking lunch. Go to the gym at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, nice and early, you know, and after putting in my 8 hours, get my workout in, then go just scoot around a little bit till about 5 when I'd go home, and my day would be almost done. My wife and I would do something probably this evening, which we probably will still, but you know, I had this nice plan in my head, and you know what happens? I forget the one critical thing that I need to go to the gym. My pass to actually get in the gym. So now I'm kind of a little bit pissed. Because you forgot about a critical thing. Kind of day I'm having right now, apparently. Otherwise, it's a good day, but I guess, you know, take advantage of it. It's a 65, 64 degree day right now, and there's some wind, but it's really not too bad of wind compared to what we've had. Got some music going on in my... I cannot die, taking myself, dying my holding cell. Landmine has taken my sight, taken my speech, taken my hearing, taken my arms, taken my legs, taken my soul, left me with a life in hand. Once now that it's warm out, the road surface feels nice and warm, so hey-o. Feels like my tires got some good stick to them through these corners so far. This winter, spring, it is spring technically. This spring has been kind of... So I haven't been actually able to ride unless it's a really nice day. Because it's either windy, or it's gonna snow. You know, whatever it happens to decide it wants to do. So then what ends up happening is the only time you can actually get out and ride is if it's gonna be... You know, it's only nice in the afternoon. Well, when I get off at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I get home about like 3:30. It's like I can't justify coming all the way back through Sioux Falls, all the way down here to just throw the bike around a few times and then go all the way back up. So since I was able to ride to work today, it actually makes it pretty easy to come down here. Even though I wanted to go to the gym, because actually with taking again my no lunch day, just basically shoving food down my mouth hole real quick and then coming down here, I would normally be getting off of work like right about now, but now I'm already down here and I'm already throwing my bike around in the corners and whatnot. So there's positives to this. probably noticed as I was coming through this section specifically, you probably noticed that I wasn't going nearly as fast through here. And my reason being is that as this is much more of a wooded area and it's closer to some hiking trails and stuff along here, I want to make sure that like there's not a lot of hazards through this section, whereas on that open section over there I'm a little bit more willy-nilly at first because it's like there's just not really a lot of hazards along that way, whereas here I've seen there's a lot more divots, there's a lot more washout and whatnot, so it's and as you can see there's far more like where they patched the road up just to keep it usable. There's a method to the madness. And then obviously like here there's some farm usage, so there's dirt on the road, so that's always my recommendation when you're going to go to a place that you know has decent amount of curves, is like especially like this little section of like 6 miles, 10 miles, something like that. Like go out, scout it out first, make sure that you're not going to have any major hazards along the way that you really need to be paying attention to. Then once you've seen where the hazards are and you've gotten your tires like semi warmed up, obviously you can get a little bit more wild. This video is going to be kind of just me vibing right now because I have some stuff I could talk about, but I'm like, I just want to actually just rip around for a little bit because I haven't actually had a video or had a time to just do this. Oh, we had a car over here. Oh, the saddle, I will say that the Saddlemen seat is such a great seat to be able to transition well because it's flat. It doesn't have like a cup to it, so you don't have a position you're stuck in. So when I'm actually going to get leaning to the left or leaning to the right, I can position my butt really easily and just barely push up on my floorboards, put a little bit of pressure on the handlebars to pick myself up. But it's so nice. So if you're an aggressive rider, the Saddlemen is a really good seat. There's also a lot of other good ones like the Lapera, kick flip, and tail whip. But it's kind of hard to beat the Saddlemen. Man, if you guys could hear my music selection, you'd think I'm fucking nuts. Can't go too fast. The high side here doesn't have as many divot or frosties. And that's why you look through curves, because when that stuff kind of comes around, you're not going to win against it. If you can't win against a fucking sedan, you're really not going to win against a tractor. Midland. We're back to country. Just stay up all night trying to right all the wrongs. But let's let this moment together fade out like a song. Maybe someday I must. Despite how I probably sound through the microphone, kind of an interesting, like, prior history to the old meathead here is well before I was a meathead and before I got into motorcycles, I was in choir competitions. I was in a choir in high school, middle school, kindergarten, you know, all the way through my K through 12 career. I was in choir as well as swing choir, did like solo competitions and stuff, so despite how it might sound on the microphone audio, I'd like to say I'm a pretty decent singer if I won awards and stuff, unless people were just being real generous. Yeah, this is just sketchy right here. I think we'll do one more rip up and through, and then I might call this video it donezo. I hope y'all have enjoyed it thus far. I'm really not doing anything special by any means, but I figure we need at least one video every so often where we're not talking about something like a topic of some sort or something that bothers us as riders. We just need to have a video where we're just throwing the bike around and listening to music and fucking just riding for the sake of riding. Probably it's not much in comparison to what a sport bike could do with decent tires and whatnot, but I still love that feeling of when you throw a big old bike like this over and you can just still feel like it bites in and just wants to go. That's still with, like, this is stock front suspension too. Oh yeah, get in there. No, it wasn't as fast as the other times I've gone through there, but whatever. think everybody treats that stop sign as an option, because those guys are gone and they were coming up to that stop sign. Here we go. I feel like sometimes officers of the law have a mixed feeling about guys that ride bikes like this, where I'm riding aggressive, because like, do I want to chase them down, or do I want to just let nature take its course, you know? Like, if I fuck up while I'm riding out here, there is a potential that I'll hurt somebody else, but there's actually a much larger potential of me hurting just myself. So is it like, you just let nature sort itself out? I don't know. That's in 6th gear this time. Well guys, I think that I'm actually gonna end this video here. I hope you guys tagged along and watched through most of this video. I'm not sure how much will stay in the whole video, but I hope you stuck around and watched the whole thing. If you aren't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. We are like some 90-something% or more of you guys that watch my content aren't actually subscribed, and honestly, you know, it doesn't cost you anything to subscribe, and if you don't watch every video, I'm not going to be upset and show up at your house yet. But until next time guys, I'll see you in another video. Hit maxes, evade taxes, boys. Peace out.